Okay, we have UIL number sense test, high school invitational test A from 2008, which is a oldie but a goodie. I'm going to go through the first column here in this test, and this is normally a 10-minute test, and all problems are to be solved mentally. And so what we have here is I'm going to just highlight some of the rules here. This is a timed test, 10-minute test. All problems are to be solved mentally. And also, problems marked with a star require approximate integral answers. So those will be multiples of 10, like 10, 20, and 30. And so I'll be writing on the test so that I can explain. But normally contestants will not be able to write on the test. They'll only be able to provide the answers. So let's go ahead and start looking at this. Problem number 1 is 2008 plus 208 minus 28. So I'll just make a note here as I explain. 208 minus 28, that's going to be 180. So then I'm going to add 180 to 2008. So if I have 20 hundreds plus 100, that would be 2100. And then I have 80 plus 8, that would be 88. On this next problem, I have 50 times 200.8. And in this one, we can use the double and half method. If we double the 50, we can take half of 200.8, which is 100.4. And when you multiply those out, you're going to have 10,040. All I'm doing is I'm multiplying 100.4 times 100. Okay? So moving right along to problem number 3, we have 2 sevenths plus 2 1/8, and they want the answer as a mixed number. So you're going to have 2, and then 2 sevenths plus 1/8. I could do a little cross product. This 2 times 8 is 16, plus 7 times 1 is 7, and I could add 16 plus 7. That would give me 23, and then my denominator is 7 times 8, which is 56. So the answer there would be 2 and 23 were 56. Number 4, 7/8 divided by 0.2. Well, remember that 0.2 is actually 1/5. And so when you divide by 1/5, you're actually multiplying by 5, the reciprocal of 1/5. So 7 over 8 times 5 over 1, that would be 7 times 5 would be 35 over 8. And since they want the answers in proper fraction, you would leave it like that. Okay, so for number 5, we have 24 plus 18 divided by 12 times 3 minus 6. 3 minus 6 is a negative 3, and I have 12 in the denominator, so I have negative 3 over 12, which is a negative 1/4. So if I add 34 plus 18, I have 42 divided by what? Divided by negative 4, because I'm actually multiplying this and dividing by this. So 42 divided by negative 4 is negative 10.5, or 10.5, either way. Number 6, here's an interesting problem. All of you know that 75% is 3/4. The answer would have been 3 over 4 if it was 75%, but since I have to divide by 10 here, because it's 0.5, I just divide by 10 there. 3 over 40 is the correct answer. Number 7, 15 times 28. This one requires a little trick that you could double the 15 and then take half of 28, which is 14. 30 times 14 is 420. Okay. Number 8, 28 divided by 11 plus 82 divided by 11. Well, on this one, I would just add 28 plus 82 and divide all that by 11. Well, 28 plus 82 is 110. 110 divided by 11 is 10. Okay. Number 23. Number 9 is 23 squared, which is 529. You should probably memorize this. You see that quite a bit. If you don't have your squares memorized, you can go down 3 units, that would be 20, and then go up 3. 23 plus 3 is 26. It says I have 3 up and 3 down, I've got to add 9. And if I do 20 times 26 plus 9, that's going to give me 529. And so the way you could do this is, instead of writing a 0 down, you write the 9 down and then do 2 times 26 is 52. So this is another way. This is an alternate method of doing your squares in case you do not have it memorized. Number 10. If you notice, number 10 is one of those problems with a little star, which is an approximation. So we have multiplication and then an addition. So I'm going to do some rounding here. I'm going to take, the easy way to round this would be 40 times 400 plus 4,000. But since I dropped a little bit here and a little bit there, instead of 4,000, I'm going to add 5,000 here. So 40 times 400 would be 16,000, plus 5 would be 21,000. And in this problem, I think the exact answer was 20,962. So this is well within the range of plus or minus 5%, so that is the correct way of doing it. Even if you had written 20,000, it would be okay. It would still be within the range. The largest prime factor, the largest prime divisor of 65. Well, I think you already know that 65 is 5 times 13. Both are prime numbers, and the largest prime factor is 13. Number 12, 11 divided by 1 2/3. Think of 1 2/3 as 5 over 3. When you divide by 5 over 3, you multiply by 3/5. And 3/5 is 0.6. Notice that we want the answer as a decimal. 11 times 0.6 would be 6.6 as a decimal. Number 13. If 12 ounces of nuts cost $1.25, then 3 pounds of nuts will cost blank. Well, every pound is 16 ounces, so 3 times 16, you have 48 ounces. And then if you notice that 48 is 4 times 12, so the price would be $1.25 times 4. $1.25 times 4, if you double 125, you get $2.50, and if you double the $2.50, you get $5. Now, if you just write $5, you're probably going to get this one wrong, because the rules for number sense is that if the answer is in dollars and cents, you have to write 5.00. And I want you to make a note of that, because a lot of students are missing this type of problem where they put $5 and it should be 5.00. So big emphasis on that one. So don't forget that one. Put a little star there so you can remember. Number 14, 280 plus 30% of 320. The percent will cancel these two zeros, and I wind up multiplying 3 times 32, which is 96. So all I have to do is take 280 plus 96. Now, 96 is 100 minus 4, so I'm going to add 280 plus 100 is 380, minus the 4 is 376. Number 15. Which of these is a smaller number, 1 1/3 or 1.3? Well, 1/3 is a repeating 3, so this is actually 1.3333333, and obviously 1.3 stops at 3, so that would be smaller. So 1.3 is the answer for that. Number 16, we're looking to go from feet to cubic yards. Now keep in mind that there's 3 feet for every yard, so I have to divide this by 3, this by 3, and this by 3. So whenever I divide by 3, I'm converting to yards. So I have 2/3 of a yard here, and I have 4/3 of a yard there. If I multiply 2/3 times 4/3, I get 8/9 of cubic yards. And of course, these 3's canceled out. And number 17, the last problem in this column, the first column, is a remainder problem where we have 34 plus 65 plus 96 divided by 3. What is the remainder? Well, divided by 3 says that you could take the sum of the digits and then divide by 3. Now, instead of adding these 3 numbers together, what I'm going to do is take the remainder for each one and then add the remainders. 34 divided by 3 has a remainder of 1. 65 divided by 3 is actually a remainder of 2. 6 plus 5 is 11, and 11 is 1 plus 1, so that's 2. And 96 divided by 3 has a remainder of 0. So now I have 1 plus 2 is 3. Now, if you're dividing by 3, you can't have remainder 3. Since 3 is a multiple of 3, the remainder is actually 0. Okay, so at this point, we've done 17 problems, a little over 10 minutes. And at this point, I'm going to pause it here. I want to remind students that if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if this is the first time that you're watching my videos, go ahead and subscribe to The Number Sense, and we'll make more videos. Please comment below if you like this video and if you'd like to see the rest of this, or if you'd like to see more problems. Let me know. Just leave some comments below, and that'll give me good feedback, so give me some direction. Thank you very much for watching, and good luck on your next number sense test.